So we're waiting for Ola, guys. Hey!
Hello!
Can you believe this though?
Oh my goodness, amazing.
So can you believe what COVID has gotten us doing?
I know. It is absolutely crazy. You look beautiful.
Thank you. You look gorgeous yourself.
Oh, well, this is like kind of through together with looking after kids and everything, but sure.
Okay, so you have 3 now?
I have 2. Oh, no, only 2. Maybe 3 in the future.
Maybe 3 in the future. So I was going to ask you, does this season remind you, the lockdown, does it remind you of the time we were locked down somewhere?
Yes. It is so, it's incredibly like crazy to think that we lived in a house that we didn't even know anyone that lived there, and we were in lockdown like now.
Yeah.
But we had no connection with the outside world, and we did it. You did it longer than me.
We did it.
Yeah, you
now
did
my
the
question
full
is,
stint.
what did you take from that you're using now?
Whoa. It's coping in a house, especially now that I have the 2 children to consider. Right. So they were used to a routine. They were used to getting up early, going to school, and both were at different schools as well. So we had a school run so I have to be very mindful of the change that has happened in their life. Then I have to also be mindful of the change that has happened with my fiance, who was used to going into his office every day to work and bringing work back here, and then living in lockdown, living in Big Brother house. And just I had to be mindful of not only myself, but of my children and my fiance, and to try and source all of that and understand their ways of living and my way of living. I can cope with it. I'm
exactly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. Mm-hmm. I have a good mindset. Don't get me wrong, I do have my moments of, I just want my own time. But I think we were like that in the house in Big Brother. And we were very much like that, and we just couldn't get away to anywhere. And so it's being mindful of the 3 other people that live with me that I have to look after, and I have to make sure that their minds are okay. And we all have to come together and understand that it's not just, their own, what they're going through. Mm-hmm. It's all of us together, the 4 of us. So mm-hmm. we have adapted to change. My daughter loves school, loves her friends, misses her friends, and that is changing her mindset. She can get quite moody, and she's 13, so I have to then understand and be sensitive towards her needs. I'm used to not seeing my friends on, I can see them maybe once or twice a month, but my little girl was used to seeing her friends every single day, and then plan the weekend. So I have to be really mindful, and I have to understand that the change that has happened in my children's life and my fiance's life, I basically am the glue to the setting of change in this house. Yeah. Right.
So your experience in your previous lockdown is actually helping the current lockdown.
Yeah. Yeah, massively.
And your wedding was coming up this year, right?
What was? Yeah, my wedding. We were due to get married in May, but we cancelled that in November. Right. And thankfully we did. And then we decided to rebook it for December, but we don't know if that's going to happen.
Right.
Because of social distancing. But everyone adapts. And it's your mindset. Your mindset has to allow change. And my life has changed massively in 15 years.
Right.
And I lived in London. I had my daughter in London. And then I had to move back home to Belfast. So I had to change my whole life.
Right.
I've moved so many times in my life. And, you know, and I have 2 children. I've had 2 children to consider in absolutely everything of the changes that I have made in my life. That changes their life. So it's all down to mindset. And really, I love reading my books.
Oh, this book.
Yeah. Oh.
I think I have a copy. Let me find my copy. I think it's in my office, but I have a copy of that book.
Yeah, I've got.
Talk about how that book has. Oh, girlfriend, we're reading the same books. Ah!
Every day, and you don't need to read. You don't need to read like a full book, or you can skip chapters. I love reading the little quotes.
Right.
I love this, the daily teachings that I give to my daughter, and we go through and we choose a page. So we close our eyes and then we choose a page and we read that, and then we discuss it. Yeah, but
that's amazing.
It's being mindful. It's being mindful for everyone around you, and for your own self. You know, changes happen in your health, changes happen in your life, wealth, everything. But you have to accept that change, be grateful for that change, and overcome that change with a strong mindset.
Accept, be grateful, and overcome.
Overcome.
With a strong mindset.
With a strong mindset. And I do believe I have been through a lot in my life. You know, I've had my ups and downs, but I had to change my mindset. I had to change my mindset. I went through a very, very difficult time in my life that involved, it was very personal, but it involved the children, and I couldn't get enough of these books. And these books helped me. And it's opening yourself up to your universe and just accepting what will be and adapting to that change. And I did it. And I helped my sisters. I don't like to push it on anyone, but it's like my daughter.
Right.
She misses her friends. I have to tell her that she's not the only one. It's all of her friends are in the same boat.
Right.
It's not only Eva. When she's feeling down, you know, darling, there's so many people, so many children feeling the same, and just accept it. It will be over soon, but it will be a very different way of life after.
Wow.
We are going to have a very different way of life after this.
And you're preparing your children for that.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that you're involving them in the books you're reading.
Oh, yeah.
I love that, you know, as your own mind changes, you're also an instrument in their minds changing as well.
Yeah. Yeah, wow. It's important, you know, when you do, you know, as a mom, you do feel guilty. I feel guilty. Right. I have my guilty days that I haven't spent enough time with them, even when we're in lockdown, because you've got a house to run, you've got more and more things to do that you see around the house, and you've got your own work to get on with. And, you know, I'm a personal trainer now, but I haven't got time to video many videos for myself, because I have to look after my children.
The family, yeah.
But I've loved this time, these 6 weeks that the world has stopped. Like, every single person is exactly the same position as everyone else, and no one can do anything about it.
Nobody.
money, power, health, everything is just the same. Everyone is the same. No one can do anything about it. And it is an amazing way to self-reflect and to go back. And I'm actually looking forward, when lockdown is lifted, of how the changes that I have brought about in myself, how I will adapt to them. Because Neil and I, my fiance, we've been used to going out for meals when the kids are with their dad, but we don't do that anymore. We stick the barbecue on here. That's what we were speaking about this morning.
Yeah.
We will maybe go out once a month for dinner because we don't need to. We have a
We don't
home.
need to.
We don't need to. It's just people, it was maybe just something that you had to feel that you had to do to feel special. But you don't need to spend that amount of money on a meal. You can do it at home. And it's how the Europeans, I love how the Italians live. They're all about family. They all sit around and they've all got their big meals, and you know, they just have a big spread at their table and they just have fun, and they're just sitting drinking, having lovely food, but they're socializing together.
Yes.
And you don't need to do that, going out and buying a new outfit. And it was my birthday on Sunday, and my fiance was like, "Oh, I can't get you those shoes that I wanted to get you." I was like, I don't need
the shoes. Where am I going to wear them?
I don't need the shoes. I don't need a handbag. I don't need anything. Like, I really, like, all that I want are for my kids to wake up happy and healthy, and for just everyone to be happy, to have a happy mindset, and to just enjoy life, enjoy what we have now, because the world is never going to be like this again.
It's never, we're not, you know, yesterday I was talking to Dr. Cinder Trim, and she said, we are not going to go back where we were.
No.
This is our new normal. And you said something very interesting about, you know, making the barbecues at home and not needing to spend. If I tell you how much I've saved on coffee, because I make my own coffee at home now.
That's what Neil and I were speaking about this morning. In a morning after the school run, I spent £5.70 every morning
on coffee.
But that was only my one coffee and a toasted bagel, right?
Yeah.
I don't need to spend that. I can do that at home.
You see, you can make your own coffee at home. You can work out at home. You don't even need to be a gym member. You can work out at home.
Yeah. I do not need to go to the, don't get me wrong, I loved going to the gym. But now I'm here. I have my conservatory where I work out in. I've made out all these different workouts. My kids are working out. Eva's got someone on YouTube that she's doing this 25-day workout, and it's 12 minutes. Yeah. And she's only 13, but she has adapted her life to suit, and it's great. Fitness, if you can get everyone, people are walking more. People are going out walks, and they're with their families. And I think it's just taking that time, and that precious time, to know what it is that your world needs and what your own home life needs. Neil and I, Neil's life was very busy with work, and he still is busy, but it's a nice busy. You know, we see each other. You know, he's, as I call it, underground in the garage. That's where he's working out from, and that's where his office is set up. But it's lovely. I can bring him a coffee. I can make lunch. We can all have lunch together as a family. And I just think it's the coming together. It's Mother Nature's way of telling us to slow down. Appreciate life and accept the gratefulness of what we have. The weather here in the UK has been amazing.
Right.
They're getting sunshine when we never got sunshine.
Sunshine,
In
exactly.
April. So I've been able to sit out in my garden and appreciate, you know, it's appreciating everything. And that is, this COVID-19 has, I have so much to be grateful for it, because I have found who I am as a person more, and I just love looking after my 3 other people in my house. I love it.
Yeah. And you know, when I asked you to do this, you know, we've been soul sisters for like 15 years now.
I know.
And sometimes I go on your Instagram and I'm having, especially the time I was having chemo, I'll go on your Instagram and I will just draw strength from you, from your posts. And when you wrote the one about change, I was like, this is it. Because I thought, personally, I thought I was hallucinating how grateful I am for what COVID has done. And when I come across people who are seeing the brighter side of all of this, I really want to share that with the world. I really want to share that with people who are thinking, you know, there are people who are thinking, I am stuck at home. But mindset, that's what I liked about how you started this. People who are thinking, I'm stuck at home, but I started thinking, I am safe at home, you know. But then, you know, the 3 books that you just showed me, those books too, exactly, those books too are, like, I wish I could find, I think they're all in my office, those 3 books. Yeah. And how long have you had them for?
Oh, look, this is broke. I've had them years. Years, as I say, they were my help when I needed it the most. And
right.
It's believing in yourself, and because you're your own person, it's your own life, and what you attract and your mind attracts comes back to you.
Right.
So remaining as positive as you can is key to a happy mindset and a happy life. Wake up, and it sounds so stupid, but waking up every morning and being thankful. You don't need to speak it out loud. It's thinking inside.
Just thinking it,
Yeah. And just saying to yourself, I am thankful for my health. I wake up every morning. I'm 41 now, and I'm very, very lucky to be healthy. And I just think that health is your wealth. You can't, and in this time, in the circumstances that we're in now, money can't buy your health.
Health is wealth.
Health is massively wealth, and it's being grateful. It's setting out what you're grateful for, and just like the birds singing in the morning. They woke me up this morning earlier than 4:30. It was 3:30, and I'm like, do you know what? I love you, birds. Thank you so much.
We are the same person. We are the same person. My neighbor moved out, so her trees they've not been groomed. So a lot of birds have come, and every time I do my dishes, the tree is just there, and I'm talking to the birds. I'm like, thank you for the music. Oh my God! I feel like Snow White.
It's like, but you know, honestly, you just, lockdown has quietened my mind. And I used to watch other people's Instagrams and, you know, and look at different things that they had and kind of going, oh, that would be nice. Or, you know, people going on holiday and doing this. But you just have to be grateful for your own life, for everything around you. Like, as you say about my when you used to go on to my stories and whatever, but I was the same with you, and everything that you posted, I was getting something so positive back, and I just loved it. I just loved it so much.
Thank you.
And it's
Thank
like,
you.
this is so weird because you have not aged at all.
Thank you. But you know what? I see your workouts, and actually you started working out before you came on TV. You came on TV and already you were tush. I'm like, how is this girl just like, look at her behind? She's got what, you know? Like, I'm like, how does she look so amazing?
It's hereditary. The behind is a hereditary thing. I like to think it is anyway, so.
You know, and you have kept on working out even after your children. Yeah. You are literally, you look like they're older. Now I know why I thought there were 3. Because there's a post you put of the 3 of you, and you were talking about how grateful you are for your children. Yeah. And literally when I saw it, you looked like their older sister, not their mom.
Well, I believe that my children has brought out the best in me. But being a mum has been the best thing for me. I have, and I'm so great. I'm not going to lie, and I'm sure parents that are watching this, kids can be mental at times, right? But it's how you manage it. I can be very chilled, but I can also be very strict with my kids. Right. But I do always look at my children as little people, and they need guidance growing up. But they also need to learn from their mistakes. Right. So you need to allow children to make mistakes in order for them to learn from it.
In order to learn from them.
Yeah, from the mistakes, so that they will.
Oh, you are a coach. You know that, right? And I remember the very first time I met you, and I was confronted between choosing you and somebody else.
Kinga.
And yes, and I remember the reason why I was drawn to you is your philosophies. You just have these philosophies. And I'm like, she is blonde. She's not supposed to be this smart.
Honestly,
I'm like literally being honest. I was like, she is blonde. And the stereotype that people have about blonde people, that's the stereotype I had 15 years ago. I'm like, she's not supposed to be this smart. How are you this smart and this blonde at the same time?
Oh, you're so kind.
So I think your life, because sometimes we go to school to be, like I went to school to become a certified coach, but I think sometimes our lives train us to be able to help other people. And I think your life, your incredible life of change, because I remember when you moved to London, actually.
Yeah.
From Ireland, and I remember when you moved back to Ireland. Yeah. So I've seen you grow from one thing to the next and to the next and to the next, and the resilience itself is something that you've actually helped. Like now, I had never considered having children, right? Because I've always thought, I don't know if I can do with the drama of I gotta love you and then I gotta train you and then I gotta do this. But when I hear you talk about your children with all honesty, I'm thinking I could do this.
Well, the way I suppose because I was 27 when I had Eva, so I was young.
Yeah.
Nowadays 45-year-old women, it's acceptable. I was 27. I look at that as being a very young mum nowadays.
Yeah. You're a baby.
So I didn't really have much kind of knowledge. I didn't really know what I was doing, but what I did know was that I loved her and that it was the 2 of us. I was a single mum Eva was 5 weeks old, and I left my relationship and came back to Belfast. So there were decisions that I made, but I had to change again in my life, and my lifestyle changed massively. But it was my kids that definitely made me who I am today. Wow. Definitely.
Wow.
Because without them, I wouldn't be this person, I don't think.
Right.
I had to look after two little people. I had to keep
two little humans, yeah.
Yeah, so the way I always looked at it was I have to make sure that they're healthy and happy, and that mommy is in. It's very important it was very important for me. I had to be in a good mindset to raise my children, and not to allow little things to like kind of come between that and come between being a good mum and it was always having a healthy mindset. Extremely so important that it was very important for me to have a healthy mindset and do not let negativity, and I will be honest, I did allow negativity into my life through a circumstance that happened, but I overcame that with my books and and friendships as well. Very, very important to have a good, strong friendship. And I have five very strong female friends in my life, and I'm very
that just hold things together with you.
Yeah, and that understand, don't judge, and just keep me positive, keep me happy. And they've always came together, and just been very good to me, and I'm very grateful for them. Extremely grateful. Mm-hmm. And these are friends that weren't friends that I didn't grow up with, just friends that it would have been maybe, it's friendships after Big Brother.
Wow.
I lost a lot of friends after Big Brother.
Right.
And that was just through, I suppose, life changes.
Right.
But again, I think it's who your circle is that makes
your circle, yeah.
Yeah. And keeping a close, tight circle is very important.
Close, tight circle. Oh my God. Thank you so much for coming on to share your wisdom.
Thank you,
I love you for it. And I love you for your honesty all the time. And for some, I know I can identify with what you're reading because you're so honest, yet so positive. And
thank you.
I know a lot of battles are lost here. Once you lose it here, you've lost it.
Yeah.
When I had breast cancer, I won it here before I won it in my breast. So we're so privileged that you came on. We're so privileged that you took a break from being mommy and fiance.
I know, I put on
a dress. You put on a dress and you came on. And guys, if you're gonna follow Orla, she's amazing. If you're gonna follow her for fitness, if you're gonna follow her for inspiration, she has been, people have been asking me, Makosi, we don't know much about your life. We really don't know. We don't know what inspires you, who inspires you. And in these episodes that I'm doing now, I'm only doing them with people who have made a personal impact on my life, and you are one of them.
Oh, sweetheart. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I love you. And I miss you. I can't wait. And you know what? I've been planning for the wedding. So if you guys decide to go Zoom,
hopefully it's December. Hopefully we can still have December. And you'll be in Belfast. You will be coming and staying here in my home.
I will be coming to Belfast. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Orla. Bye.
I love you. Bye. Bye.
Guys. So that's what we try and do up in here. What I try and do is I try and bring you people who have been of an impact to me. And Orla is one of those people. I love her. I love everything about her. And there are friends who when you have conversations with, or when you come into contact with anything they've written on a piece of paper, your life can never be the same again. And she was talking about acceptance. She was talking about be grateful for what you have and for where you are. She was talking about, using your mind to overcome obstacles. And I personally know that she has gone through stuff. And she was talking about health is wealth. And she was talking about this COVID being Mother Nature's way of slowing us down. She talked about friendships and gratitude. And guys, those are my kind of circles. Those are the people I surround myself with, because as I said when we were talking earlier, for someone to battle breast cancer the way I did, a lot had to be won here. And it's amazing how we read the same books, like exactly the same books. Ola, I'm going to take a picture of my books and I'm going to WhatsApp them to you. How crazy that we are reading the same books. And I think you're a fantastic mother, you're a fantastic fiance, and you will make a fantastic wife. Guys, until next time, take care of yourselves and take care of do up in here. What I try and do is I try and bring you people who have been of an impact to me, and Ola is one of those people. I love her. I love everything about her. And there are friends who when you have conversations with, or when you come into contact with anything they've written on a piece of paper, your life can never be the same again. And she was talking about acceptance. She was talking about be grateful for what you have and for where you are. She was talking about, using your mind to overcome obstacles. And I personally know that she has gone through stuff. And she was talking about health is wealth. And she was talking about, this COVID being Mother Nature's way of slowing us down. She talked about friendships and gratitude. And guys, those are my kind of circles. Those are the people I surround myself with, because as I said when we were talking earlier, for someone to battle breast cancer the way I did, a lot had to be won here. And it's amazing how we read the same books, like exactly the same books. Ola, I'm going to take a picture of my books and I'm going to WhatsApp them to you. How crazy that we are reading the same books. And I think you're a fantastic mother, you're a fantastic fiance, and you will make a fantastic wife. Guys, until next time, take care of yourselves and take care of each other.